Our inspiration for today's project is an artist named Keith Haring. He was born in a small town in Pennsylvania in 1958. He loved Dr. Seuss and Walt Disney and learned basic cartooning from both current culture and his dad. Keith Haring is known for his bold, graphic style of art. He used thick outlines and patterns to create figures, and he loved using lines to show movement. Keith loved to use bright colors and simple shapes to create figures doing all sorts of things like dancing, tumbling, or even DJing. One of the things that Keith Haring said while he was alive was that art is for everybody. He wanted everyone to be able to look at his art, not just people who could pay to go to a museum. So Keith Haring decided to paint murals. Murals are pictures painted outside on buildings or on walls so that everyone can see them for free. Haring devoted much of his time producing art to promote cultural messages. He is considered one of the most important artists of our generation. Let's create our own Keith Haring inspired figure today. A figure is a picture or a sculpture of a body, human or animal. You get to choose to create either a human figure or a dog figure in the style of Keith Haring. Simple shapes, bright colors, and bold, thick lines. Make sure whatever figure you draw, dog or human, that you draw it big. Fill the paper. Take up space. To draw a human figure, it's almost like drawing a stick figure and then drawing a bubble around it, except the stick figure is a little bit fancy. Start with a circle or oval for the head, then draw a neck with a short vertical line. Add shoulders with a horizontal line. Then draw the arms coming off the shoulder. Arms come in two parts, the bicep or upper arm and the tricep or lower arm. You can draw the bicep and tricep with two lines that point in any direction you want. That'll make your figure look like it's dancing or doing yoga or running or whatever you want your figure to do. Then draw a long vertical line down from the neck to create the torso of the figure. The last part of this figure are the legs. Draw a horizontal line for the hips, and then use two lines pointing in any direction to create the thighs and the calves of the legs, to make them dancing or doing yoga or running or, like I said, whatever you want your figure to be doing. After your fancy stick figure is drawn, draw a bubble that goes all the way around the neck, shoulders, arms, torso, and legs. There is no need to bubble the head because it's already a bubble. After that bubble is finished, it's time to cut out your figure around the bubble that you drew. Once the figure is all cut out, flip it over to the blank side and use the black marker to add lines inside of the figure, just like Keith Haring. You can add an outline, polka dots, zigzags, curvy lines. Fill it up with dark, graphic designs. The key is to let go and just draw. Keep adding more and more lines and patterns inside the figure until you basically can't fit any more. that is all done, be sure to turn over your paper on the back side and write your name and code so that we can add to this project later. If you'd like to draw a dog figure rather than a human figure, here's a step-by-step on how to do that. Put your paper horizontally, side to side. As we learned before, Keith Haring had a special style when he drew dogs. They don't look realistic, they almost look like little alligators. So just like with the human figure, we're going to draw a stick figure for the dog and then put a bubble around it. Start with a horizontal line for the dog's torso. Then draw a diagonal line for the neck and a sideways V for the open mouth. After that, draw the dog's 4 legs with 4 lines and finish the stick figure with a diagonal line sticking out for the tail. Next, we add the bubble. But for the dog's bubble, we're going to use sharp corners to go around the stick figure. When you bubble the head, you will add 2 pointy ears and sharp teeth with zigzag lines, and add a zigzag line as well when bubbling the tail. Once the bubble is finished, cut out the figure, then flip it over and decorate with a black marker, just like the human figure. When you're done, be sure to write your name on the back so that we can add to this project later. You finish one figure, feel free to get another paper and make a whole new one. You can make both a human and a dog, 2 humans, whatever you want, just keep working.